Have you ever watched a picture-perfect family on TV and wondered what really goes on behind closed doors? The Duggar family captivated millions with their wholesome image, giant smiles, and even bigger household. But over the years, that image has cracked under the weight of shocking revelations, legal battles, and public scrutiny. From a beloved reality TV dynasty to headlines that continue to dominate tabloids in 2026, their story is one of extraordinary rise, painful falls, and a family trying to navigate life in the spotlight. Today, we're diving deep into the latest developments, including ongoing challenges for some members and how the rest of the family is moving forward. Stick around because this journey from fame to fallout is more complex than you might think. The Duggar family first entered our living rooms through TLC. Jim, Bob, and Michelle Duggar, along with their 19 children, became household names starting with specials and then the long-running series 19 Kids and Counting, which aired from 2008 to 2015. Viewers were drawn to their strict conservative Christian values, homeschooling lifestyle, modest dress, and emphasis on family, faith, and courtship over dating. The show highlighted everyday chaos in a massive household in Arkansas, from massive grocery runs to births and family missions. It painted a picture of joy, unity, and traditional living that resonated with many audiences. At its peak, the series offered an intimate look at a family that seemed to defy modern norms, growing from 17 to 19 kids on screen. The Duggars presented themselves as a tight-knit unit guided by strong principles. But as the children grew older, cracks began to appear. A spin-off, Counting On, shifted focus to the adult kids' courtships, weddings, and new families. It ran until 2021, giving fans continued access to milestones like marriages and grandchildren. Yet behind the curated moments, serious issues were brewing that would dramatically alter the family's public trajectory. The turning point came in 2015 when a police report surfaced detailing allegations that eldest son Josh Duggar had molested 5 underage girls, including some of his sisters, when he was a teenager around 2002 to 2003. Jim, Bob, and Michelle had addressed the incidents privately years earlier, sending Josh for counseling and involving authorities at one point, but the statute of limitations had expired. The public revelation led to the cancellation of 19 Kids and Counting. Josh issued a statement acknowledging he had acted inexcusably as a young teen and sought help. Sisters Jill and Jessa, 2 of the reported victims, spoke publicly about forgiveness while emphasizing their healing. The family attempted a comeback with Counting On, focusing on the older siblings' lives. But in 2021, another major scandal emerged. Josh was arrested on federal charges of receiving and possessing child sexual abuse material. After a trial, he was convicted in December 2021 on all counts. In May 2022, he was sentenced to 151 months, over 12 years, in federal prison, plus 20 years of supervised release and fines. Josh has maintained his innocence and pursued appeals, which have been largely unsuccessful, including a Supreme Court denial in 2024. As of mid-2026, he remains incarcerated, recently transferred to his 5th prison in 5 years, now at FCI Elkton in Ohio. Reports indicate ongoing legal efforts, including motions related to his conviction. These events marked a significant shift. The spin-off Counting On was cancelled shortly after Josh's 2021 arrest, with TLC stating it was giving the family space to handle matters privately. Many siblings expressed mixed feelings but supported moving forward. Jill Duggar later detailed financial and other struggles in her memoir, highlighting tensions within the family dynamic. Jinga Duggar has spoken about her personal faith journey and life outside the strictest family rules, settling in California with her husband Jeremy and their 3 children. Meanwhile, most Duggar siblings have built their own lives. John David and Abby welcomed their 3rd child in early 2026. Jana Duggar married Stephen Wisman in 2024 and welcomed a son in late 2025. Jessa and Ben Seawald continue raising their growing family. Several siblings maintain social media presence, sharing family updates while others have stepped back. Jim, Bob and Michelle remain in Arkansas, involved in real estate and keeping a lower public profile, though they occasionally appear in family gatherings. The latest chapter unfolded in March 2026 when Joseph Duggar was arrested in connection with allegations that he molested a 9-year-old girl during a 2020 family vacation in Florida. According to authorities, the incident allegedly occurred in Panama City Beach, and Joseph was confronted by the girl's father before speaking with police. He faces charges including lewd and lascivious molestation of a child under 12. Joseph has pleaded not guilty and requested a jury trial. Court proceedings have included discussions around bond, visitation with his own children, and financial strains reported for him and wife Kendra, who reportedly took steps like renting their home to cover bond costs. These details come from public court records and media reports. The case remains ongoing, and all individuals are presumed innocent until proven otherwise in a court of law. This development has added another layer of complexity for the family, echoing past challenges while highlighting how individual actions impact the broader unit. Siblings like Jill, Jinger, and Jessa have focused on their own families amid these events, with some publicly distancing from certain aspects of their upbringing. The family has not issued a unified public statement on Joseph's situation in every report, but the emphasis for many has been on personal growth and private matters. Public response to the Duggar family's story has been deeply divided. Longtime fans often express sadness over the scandals, praising the siblings who seem to be thriving independently while hoping for healing. Many viewers appreciated the transparency from sisters like Jill and Jinger in books and interviews, seeing it as a step toward accountability and personal freedom. On social media, discussions frequently highlight themes of forgiveness, family loyalty, and the pressures of reality TV fame. Critics, however, point to patterns in the reported incidents and question the family's handling of past allegations. Media coverage has been extensive, with outlets covering court updates factually while noting the contrast between the family's on-screen image and real-life events. Some former fans feel disillusioned, while others separate the actions of individuals from the family as a whole. Overall, reactions reflect a mix of empathy for those affected, calls for justice in legal matters, and fascination with how such a prominent family navigates ongoing scrutiny. Perspectives vary widely, but most commentary stresses support for victims and due process. Looking ahead, the focus remains on ongoing legal proceedings for Joseph Duggar, with trial developments and court rulings expected to shape the coming months. Josh Duggar continues serving his sentence, with a projected release around 2032, though appeals could influence timelines. Many adult Duggar children are prioritizing their marriages and growing families, sharing selective updates online. The broader family appears centered on private life in Arkansas, with occasional real estate moves and family milestones. Fans can watch for personal announcements from the siblings, but major television returns seem unlikely based on recent history. The coming years will likely emphasize individual paths over collective fame.